hitting up a J right after. We got off the phone, yeah, we just reconnected. Been a while since we spoke. You tell me that it's been destined, but the uncertainty, baby, it made you shy away. Now you're not saying I won't make it. What you trying to say?
All right, there you are, everybody. Thursday here at the office. Let's get some curls in. One set in. Let's go. Okay, wanting to hear how I came across yesterday, so I'm listening to myself at 2 times the speed to see if I was using a lot of verbal pauses, so's, to make sure that it came across as fluid, at the same time making sure that I completed my thoughts the moment that they came out. So sometimes I have a tendency to start a train of thought and then I don't talk it all the way through, but mentally I've already done it and I've completed that thought, and then it comes across as disjointed, so, or an uncompleted comment. So, always got to get better.
How you feeling about that?
That'll work.
I would like to start January over, please.
Let's go.
What do you think?
Here are a conference call.
Shoes on tight and, just getting ready. The January was going to appear,
and then projecting where we're going to be.
without much
So
planning
crucial.
around
no
it.
point in making a goal if
And
you
the
don't
only thing
review
I'm
it.
hoping is
And
that
then have
some
some
of these
different
launches
strategies
coming
and
out with
tactics
these
how you're going to be able
20 appointments, I
to
mean,
improve.
we have
Hey there, everybody. Happy Thursday. Good productive day. Just came from Madeleine, was having a kind of a networking meeting with a woman who is works for an insurance company, health insurance, really focusing on the 1 person all the way up to 50 for an employer perspective. And one of the unique things as she was telling me her story reminded me that we have to be ready for where life can take us. She started out in the Hyatt area and hospitality, and then got into working with a union, and then and it's originally from Canada. Took her to DC, and then took her to Baltimore, then took her down here to Houston. And after 30 years, her husband, that was in the same company, large organization, was kind of forced retirement after 30 years, and so now is on started his own business, and then she herself is now in the health insurance side. So it reminds me that we need to be flexible when it comes to our career and occupation choice, and the focus is to develop your skills, your talents, your network, and build on those relationships, and then allow life and to take you where it needs to go, and be flexible as companies are going to make their different changes. You're going to make the different changes based on your own experiences, life, and also personality. And it's okay to turn away or shut the door on different opportunities that no longer bring you happiness and value and overall satisfaction. I think sometimes people, they get so stuck in the one career, they feel like they're trapped, and in reality they're not. They have a lot of flexibility if they're willing to take the risk of controlling their career and dictating where it needs to go, being open-minded enough to go into different arenas, different industries. And so after meeting with her, or prior to meeting with her, had a good one-on-one conversation with Matt on kind of updating where things are, had good conversation with the team, and recapping where things were. That's where I kind of whispered what was going on. It's instituting it this year, a monthly call where we review our annual goals and where we are in regards to that pace of that. And so that was a really good conversation, really good meeting, and having it being driven by numbers, right? Or at least reporting back the numbers of where we need to be. And so, yes, we are taking our annual numbers and dividing it by 12 and making sure we're running after that. But more so, it's the idea of taking that number for me and shoving it into 13 weeks. So that's the goal, is how can we compress that into 13 weeks? A great book out there called 12-Week Year. If you haven't read it, check it out. Let's go to the next one. All right, everybody, here we are heading over to the Houston West Chamber of Commerce, Networking After Hours. It's being hosted by People's Trust and Federal Credit Union. So going out here to Eldridge and looks like kind of not Westheimer, maybe Briar Forest. So heading out over there, about 15 minutes away, and trying to make it over there. Goes from 4:30 to 6:30, so I'll stay about an hour and then we'll head home. So a little bit longer of a day, but tomorrow got some good meetings, so wanted to make sure that I took the time to be able to support local ambassador Katrina and also her organization. At the same time, I called and confirmed that there's 32 people already pre-registered, so it's a $15 a head networking event for 2 hours, so it should bring out a good group of folks, and hope you're all doing well. Talk to you soon. Let's go. Hey there, everybody. Had a great meeting there at the Houston West Chamber of Commerce. Heading home here. Hope you're all doing great. Wanted to just recap one of the cool things that was able to do on last week was introduce someone in my network to a new organization that came into town. So Mile High Psychiatry recently came into town, expanded out from Colorado, and one of my connections, Lara, actually had just posted up on her LinkedIn profile that she's looking for a change of, business development in healthcare, particularly in like mental health healthcare. And so here was, I thought, just a perfect kind of merriment. And so I reached out to Laura and said, hey, I have this connection. Is that something that is you're looking at? And she said, yes, it's what I'm looking for. And so I passed along their contact info. And then I reached out to the CEO, Mike, and I said, hey, I got this great person I think could be a good fit for you. Are you still looking for anything in the area? And he's like, oh, we're actually having interviews on Monday. And so they reached out to her, and lo and behold, she just got hired. So it was a good match of what she was looking for from a company culture and from a role perspective, job-wise. And at the same time, she was what they were looking for, because she has a background in therapy, and also very well connected in the community, real strong business acumen. So it just tickles me pink that I could play a role in being able to do that. She was super grateful. And she's the same Lara that if you don't follow me on LinkedIn, I understand there's a lot of content out there, but she had sent, she was going to come to our business development meeting and couldn't make it. Sorry, book club. She couldn't make it, and so she sent a box of cookies. And so just very thoughtful person, and so I'm just glad that I could be a connector for her. By the way, that's one of my Clifton strengths, or if you're familiar with Strength Finder 2.0, being a connector is one of my strengths. So it's something that I really enjoy doing. I get a kick out of it, and it's the idea that if my network can be of value to someone else, I'm happy to play matchmaker. So I hope you're all doing great. We're going to drive home now. Sherm's out.
But I do this cause I live like I'ma die today. Passionate about it, you got a habit of doubting. I got a habit of working and earning it. I am out in the city of angels. I know that they're looking out for me. This is my testimony for all of y'all that been doubting me. The evidence is evident. Music is my medicine, my testament. Meant to be true to you, a legend in the making. Make the best of every moment, cause nothing lasts forever, but forever I'll be focused. Focus on the now.